All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Complexity Casting. I'm your casting host, Beef, bringing you more Sound Blaster Heroes League action. Qualifier number 2, semifinal number 2. One of these two teams are going to be going to the grand finals tomorrow. And we got two casters. I'm your casting host, Beef. With me, Emperor. Buddy.
Hi-de-ho, how's it going?
I'm doing very well. It's been a long day. I've been casting for like 9 hours, 8 hours.
What were you casting? All Sound Blaster? Or?
I cast TDM versus Lions, and then Cole versus QSQ, and then some in-house, and then some mixed scrims, and then more in-house, and then now Sound Blaster.
Wow, I didn't catch those games today, but damn, that is a long day.
It's been a great day, though. Every day that I'm able to cast here is a good day. Like Bob Ross used to say, every day that you paint is a good day. For me, it's casting. Painting sucks. I hate getting paint all over my hands. But we got a match going on right here. Emp, why don't we get this replay started?
All right, I am paused at that good old 596.31 replay mark. So
There you go, man. All right, let's get it started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Damn. 9, 8. Yep.
There we go. Good enough. All right, guys. So this is the Sound Blaster Heroes League qualifier number 2 semifinals. We got TKAG, Team KGE, going up against Blazin over here. And you might not recognize these names. I know that I recognize a few of the players in them, though. What about you, Hemp?
I know some of the players on TKAG. Sequence, I've seen him before. I think he's a Euro. I've seen him in Euro Team M. He played for Fit. Okay, that's why. Yeah, we're Fit Sequence. That's why I recognize him. Okay, I know he's a pretty high-rated Euro player. The rest of those might be just friends of his.
I've heard the name Mizukami before. I can't remember why, though. I know he was in a team in the past,
Okay.
but can't remember which one. And then Pork Chop is actually a friend of a close friend, so I've played a lot of TMMs with him before.
And I've seen Team Blazin around. I've seen them around. So
all right. Well, this should be a good one, of course. Both these teams rated in the high 1800s. A few of their players in the low 1900s in terms of TMM. And to have gotten here to the semifinals, well, they have to have done something right. That's for sure. But we're going to be getting into this game momentarily. These two teams fighting in a best-of-1 right now to go to tomorrow's best-of-3 finals to play against Team N9, a.k.a. Druids, in a game that's going to be cast by Honcast. They're going to be going up for that first place prize of an invitation to the playoffs, the $40,000 playoffs later on next month. And then, of course, for the Z-Series sound cards for first place or the headsets for second place. So they want to win this game no matter what, just to be able to guarantee themselves some prizing. And let's get on into the draft.
For sure. Bans here. Bans Wild Soul and Fade. Kind of interesting to see Legion ban Wild Soul unless they have a trick up their sleeve. I'm not always... Some people believe, oh, Wild Soul, Ultra God tier, if your first pick, you should never ban it. I'm more of a fan of taking a look at the big picture of what you're trying to accomplish with the lineup, who you're playing against, and how you want to put it all together. So I'm not of that mindset. But yeah, Wild Soul ban, a little bit interesting to see out of Legion, because that hero is that powerful. And then we're looking at Hellborn, Tempest, and Keeper of the Forest, the powerful speed junglers, AoE ulti guys, they're banned out. So yeah, pretty standard, I would say. Usually you see Fade banned normally or locked, but not here, so...
Yeah, I casted some game like I mentioned, QSQ 357 versus Complexity earlier. In that game, we had Wild Soul, Ophelia, Keeper of the Forest, and Tempest locked both games, I believe. And I think in one of the games, all the junglers were banned out. Not going quite that far with these three, but we do see a couple of junglers here in the lock pool. Parasite and Warbeast take the first and last lock spots. Going to be joined by Plague Rider, Bubbles for some suicides, and some great supports with the Empath Glacius.
Yeah, I have a replay bug here where I cannot see the locks. So I can see them on the tack, so I'll have to work with that, but I might need your help a little bit here until the drafting phase is over.
Sorry, what was that? I got completely
I actually
distracted.
can't see the locks. I cannot see the locks.
Oh, okay.
I can see them written out, but the icons aren't visible, so I might need your help a little bit when it comes to that. I'll try to keep mine to it. If you see Jerizaiah banned, you know what I have not seen yet in any of the games that I've been watching among top teams or not?
What?
I haven't seen anyone man up and lock the Jerizaiah. I always see him either, if he's unbanned, he's been getting picked up lately since TDM reintroduced him to the game, or I have not seen people lock him yet, though, sort of putting him into that pool of death. So.
I saw a Complexity game against SG last weekend where they locked him, and immediately Electrician got picked. And then nobody picked Jeremiah, I think.
Yeah. I don't know. Electrician's good against Jeremiah. I don't know if I consider it like...
Wait. No. Never mind. Moonmander did play the Jeremiah, so they did pick it.
Okay. I was going to say, I think you can still pick a Jeremiah against an Electrician.
Yeah.
It is good against him, but it's not necessarily...
And then they lost that game.
Yeah, well... It was a pretty good game, though. I remember watching that. And it wasn't necessarily because the Electrician countering Jeremiah pulled off. It was a bigger scope of the game, so... Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Well, let's take a look at the rest of the locks. We already go over the Jeremiah. Dark Lady going to join the other carries. Silhouette and Draconis in the ban pool. Amphora and Ophelia also being banned out, so getting rid of another one of the junglers. So really, what is there left? Is Legionnaire in here? I can't find him. Yeah, Legionnaire is still available, and then the two in the lock pool as they're blowing through picks here.
Forgot the Cthulhu font too, but
okay, yeah. Well, might as well put Geomancer in there for heroes.
Whoa! Except Cthulhu,
no, come on. Geomancer's a really good jungler.
I'm not talking to you. You're on your own.
Okay, so that's what's going on there. Now, can you see the picks?
Yeah, and I see a Mage Main picked up over a Moon Queen here.
Yeah.
Interesting. Moon Queen's been pretty popular lately, and that Pebbles Moon Queen combo, tons of AoE early game to mid game magic damage. Really good late game carry. I'm a little bit sketchy about the Mage Main pick over the Moon Queen. But
yeah, the Mage Main, I know that I just know some players personally that are just not as comfortable with Moon Queen. I mean, Mage Main's been around forever since the Tri-Lane days, and even in the tank meta game, he's still there. So maybe a lot of these players that aren't playing as much these days are just more comfortable with it. But for whatever reason, TKAG, they choose to go with that Mage Main. They're going to pair it up with an Aluna Pebbles, grabbing a nice mid lineup there. The mid lineup for the other team, though, it is going to be Magbus Engineer, and they pick up the Moon Queen, like you said, rounding it out there now with a Suicide Bubbles, Suicide Plague Rider back for Team KGE, and okay, what's the last pick going to be here for Blazin? Quick.
Give me a Parasite. I don't know. Parasite.
All right. I think that could
I would pick Parasite.
I completely agree with you that Parasite or Empath.
They have a Moon Queen, they have a Magnus, they have an Engineer, they have all the they have all the tools for an aggressive line. Thank you. Man, if they didn't pick Parasite, I was gonna flip my desk over.
Really?
But yeah.
Don't say that, because I was supposed to flip my desk over once and I couldn't do it because I couldn't lift it. You need to go to the gym more.
Every time I slam it when I'm angry in game, it shakes. So
it's like the desk I'm using right now is like a 700-pound like cherry desk or something. I don't know. It's not that.
This one's from IKEA. It's arguably not made of anything real.
It's not made of real materials. Yeah. If it was my desk back in my apartment, that's like a 12-pound glass desk. Yeah, I would shatter that thing against my wall as well. We're going to be getting into this one, Brized. So, Empath, the final pick here for Team KGE. And, well, interesting. They're going to be running the no jungle strategy. Going to be doing the 1-2-2 strat.
I did rag on the Mage Bane a little bit over the Moon Queen, but I must, because they had the Pebbles, and I thought other tools for an aggressive lineup, and I really like to see aggressive play. I would have picked a Parasite first, pick out the lock pool, all of that, but Mage Bane, I must say, I do think he's a little bit underrated. I think he's incredibly powerful still. He does lane well against number suicides. If you pull him regen and he gets an Iron Shield, he can tear a hero like Bubbles up. Like, Hatchet, Iron Shield on Mage Bane, pull him a little bit of regen, he will tear that Bubbles apart. So, I do think he's a bit underrated, and he can still carry like a god, so I do like seeing the Mage Bane pick for something different. He's fallen out of flavor a little bit lately, so.
Yeah, he has, and I think a lot of it is Mage Bane pickers. People have gotten pretty upset about that term and just how boring the games can be sometimes with those Mage Bane picks, but I don't know. We'll see. I've also seen some highly aggressive Mage Banes, and also Mage Bane's been nerfed like a number of times in the past, year?
Yeah, he is still very strong, though. He does have the gift of, maybe I'm wrong, maybe no. I know Nomad has a lower base attack time, too, but unless Nomad matches his, Mage Bane has the lowest base attack speed in the game. given Warbeast Alt A3, I think it might even be faster than that or similar. But anyway, attack speed goes a long way on Magebane is the point.
Oh yeah.
It says he does have a lower attack point than the rest of the heroes in Han.
I think
So.
Grinix might give him a run for his money.
Oh, does Grenix have a low base attack time too?
Yeah, it's really low. Yeah, I think it might be lower than Magebane's. I don't know. I always have this discussion with one of my buddies.
Before I knew it was only Warbeast, Nomad, and Magebane. Maybe Grenix also has a low base attack time now. So
yeah, Grinix is really, really low. But I can't recall from
I
right
honestly have
now.
not played a game of Grenix yet. So
Yep.
to me that so.
So middle lane is going to be a Luna Pebbles for this TKAG team. Going to be going up against the Bubbles. Instead, sending the Engineer Magnus lane being played by Rect and Rifle. They're going to be doing the long lane thing against Mizukami on Empath. And we got Sequence playing the Magebane. So how do you think this Engineer Magnus versus Empath Magebane lane, how's this going to play out?
I honestly think that if Magebane gets a couple good mana burns in on this Magnus, something like that, he'll be fine down here. It's pretty easy to play Magebane in that short lane. Yeah, he just does need to burn that Magnus a couple times. Oh, the Parasite's down here, though. See that?
Yeah.
That's
Empath's in trouble. Oh, no! Was able to... Did she just S2 her way through those trees?
Yes, she did.
Wow. That is so unfortunate, because that was a perfect keg, and she
Yep.
was dead, 100%.
Yep. Yeah, don't know what to say. Did Magnus miss his stun, too, though?
I don't know.
he
Yes,
did.
I think so.
So, I mean, Magnus can take the fault there as well. Okay, that Parasite, okay, this is ugly for the Magebane down here, that's for sure.
Really? So I wish that the Legion team had some wards to see the Parasite coming, but I feel like if they did that, even just one ward, I think the Magebane might be okay down here.
Yeah, it might be okay, but, I mean, all they have to do is get lane control on those two heroes. If they have lane control, Parasite can just sit there, and
Yeah,
Magebane
true.
can't go up to the creep wave, so...
That's true. Illusory Veil going to be going up there for Magnus, and he's definitely in some trouble. Well, there's the keg, and Magebane getting pushed the wrong way. Going to burn out a lot of Engineers mana, and maybe Engineer's the one in trouble. Not going to be able to get the kill, but both of them very, very low on mana, and a haste to the Luna now as well.
He ruined the health potion on the Magnus, too.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I did not see that at the end.
Yeah, he just Magnus got into range at the very end, sort of just sauntered back in there, and Empath just smacked him down.
Well, there you go, as they're going to be going on to Engineer. Illusory Veil there as well, and the haste of the Luna just pounding an auto attack. She gets the first blood. Nyman going to go home with that 200 gold bounty. And a good start here for KGE.
Yeah, if Luna, where's the Parasite? He's over there. Yeah, if Luna can sort of keep this Parasite under control and push him out of the jungle there, yeah, Magebane will be just fine. Then it's up to Parasite to farm as quickly as he can and sort of create the experience disparity between him and Luna. But yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, that's really what you're looking at here when you have a jungle versus non-jungle strategy. Essentially, the jungler is going to be replacing that secondary support for the most part. In this case, the Luna, like you said. As there's the Stalagmites in. Parasite's in some serious trouble. Masera on Pebbles brings home that one. And so already a 2-0 hero kill lead for Team KGE.
Yeah, and they did a great job there. I mean, they do have technically 4 heroes on this bottom middle side of the map. So if they team up like they just did, Pebbles and Luna there, for instance, they can force that aggressive jungler out quite a bit if he's not receiving assistance from, say, Engineer, Mag, something like that. So
Yeah. Speaking of that, Pebbles, though, look at his farm so far. 362 gold per minute with that kill, but 20 and 4 in terms of CS. Doing very, very well in that middle lane against Bubbles.
no, I'd hope so, though. Aluna's been with him, for the starting levels, and now that he has this sort of edge to him, I think he can sort of handle his own against Bubbles. So yeah, I'd hope he's doing well, and he is. He's taking control. So
Yeah, he is certainly taking control. And, well, Tralf likes to really emphasize it as in top lane, Parasite. There you go. He's not in the aggressive jungle anymore, but he's still being aggressive. Able to get the kill right there on Diatras playing the Suicide Plague Rider.
yeah, and you just want to see Parasite continue to level up and sort of, if he can't do anything, like, okay, Luna's roaming carrier. He just wants to create that experience disparity between him and Luna, playing a similar role there. So, whereas Luna wants to try to create lane control because she's not in the jungle.
Man, You sound so smart when you're talking about stuff like this. Like, you sound smart all the time. Not gonna be a douche about that. As actually, Moon Queen might be in some trouble right here. Body blocking coming in a little bit. Power throw will connect, and the last hits do go out. Yatris getting some redemption. In the bottom lane, though, Magebane trying to get onto this Magnus. The Essence Link will, in fact, break that Magnus' Steam Bath, and will Magebane try to go back in? No. Heavily slowed as a result of that turret, and just happy to force him out of the lane.
Yep, yep. Who do you favor looking at the team fights of each team here?
I think it's really going to come down to a lot of the initiation. If there's good initiation from the Legion, I think that they have the opportunity to blow up a lot of the players really, really fast. But if they just kind of stumble upon each other, I think that the counter initiation potential of the Hellborn team is going to really shine.
Yeah, I mean, I think, yeah, you're right. If we're looking at like a nice Pebbles jump, followed with the Plague ulti, creating a bunch of chaos as they split from the Plague goo, followed by this empath-infused Magebane, I think we'd look at a lot of devastation if they do get that strong jump. But otherwise, yeah, you're looking at Mag stun, Engineer preventing follow-up, Moon Queen ulti going off, and maybe Parasite silencing the follow-up, killing the Plague.
Kelp field from the bubbles.
Yeah, they both have some interesting little setups there, so...
Yeah, definitely. Now, Rifle from Team Blazin is looking to do a little bit of rotation. No boots on him, though. He needs to be careful because that is a chuck and a Luna right there. And there's the Kelp field. The Stalagmite's going to be going out. Power throw connects. Not going to be enough damage. Now they're going to be going back in, and the last hits will connect. Lucky for no double uphill miss right there. But Engineer does take the fall, and KGE brings home their 4th kill.
Yeah, and the only hero in this game with a GPM of high significance right now, looking at Pebbles, and that is exactly the hero you want. As you were mentioning before, Tralf always says, if you got that Pebbles, make sure he's getting the farm early, because he tapers off if you don't. Like, he will taper off extremely if you don't, whereas other heroes, carry heroes, they can catch up. You see a carry hero with 190 GPM sometimes at 20 minutes, and then by 30, he's at 350. Ooh.
Nice kill onto the Magnus down there. I only caught pretty close to the tail end as I missed the kill up top. Looks like it was just Moon Queen and Parasite doing Moon Queen and Parasite things. Moonbeams, face hugs, and of course a leech right there to end it all.
Yeah, was Moon Queen ulti used? Moon Queen ulti was used. So.
Oh, was it?
Yep.
Yep. I guess it was.
The face hug was not. He was level 5 at the time of the gank. Now he's 6, so he does still have that up, moving towards the middle.
I'm just completely full of it. It appears that nothing I say is correct, guys. Don't trust me. I'm gonna.
Okay. Luna's sort of out of position. Kelp field's down for 5 more seconds, though. Are they gonna go for it?
No, they're not going to. They're gonna go on Parasite, in fact, and the chuck onto Parasite down goes Sub Rogue. So, well, they tried to capitalize on the Luna, but poor communication. The bubbles not going in for it. Parasite thought that they were. Parasite ends up giving up his life as a result of that miscommunication.
Everyone who's ever played against the Pebbles Luna knows exactly that feeling. You get stunned by the Pebbles, you're like, oh, I still have a lot of life. I might live, and then by the time the toss comes out in the power throw, you just see your life evaporate.
Yeah.
And you're, damn it.
It's like, I've got 1,000 life. I should be all right. Okay, there's the Stalagmites. I'm down to like 850 life. Okay, there's the... Oh, no, I'm dead. As there's the Lava Surge in the bottom lane. Gonna try to get onto Magebane. The face hug use. And Sequence does go down to a nice sequence of lockdowns there from the Hellborn team.
Yeah. They did need that kill on the Magebane. Once again, he can catch up later on, though, and the Pebbles is continuously farming. If he can get this 12-minute portal key, something of that nature...
Oh, the tower might even get 2. No. Oh, man. You were watching that, right?
I only caught the tail end, unfortunately. Can you tell me what happened?
Well, we had the Aluna making her way up there to try to gank Moon Queen with the Plague Rider. Unfortunately, Aluna did miss the power throw at the end due to a juke and tried to get in range. Tower just got her, though, and with a nice Moonbeam, finished her off. As in the middle lane, there's initiation, and in the bottom, Chuck coming out right there, trying to counter initiate. Down goes Pebbles, though. Bubbles will fall to the power throw, and will be a 1-for-1 trade as Magnus once again being forced out of the bottom lane. Plague finished off the Moon Queen up there, up top, but almost paid for that one as a red power throw going to be going out and almost connects with Magnus. It wouldn't have killed him, but would have been a nice snipe.
Yeah. He's sniping out, just pushing out the wave again. He's holding on to Pebbles' bottle. Pebbles is TPing back. Yeah, they're fine. I think that trade was worth it for the Hellborn. I'll take a death on Pebbles to delay Pebbles' portal key any day, because as soon as Pebbles gets portal key, that Moon Queen, if she's not sitting on a sound farm yet, is going to be... It's not just the Pebbles combo, you're looking at a Luna Red Snipe on top of that. Whenever you have those comboers, Fade, Pebbles, it's always that like a Luna or an Amphora, heroes like that you look to pair with them. A Luna especially, that Red Snipe from anywhere on the map, I mean, they have 2.5, 3 seconds of stun they can provide. It almost guarantees that a Luna gets a Red Snipe off. So,
yeah,
pretty brutal. It's like giving Pebbles a free Codex.
Yeah, it kind of is. As Magemane does steal the illusions. Illusions will die immediately, but Magemane is actually manning up here. So not going to be anything of too significance, but managing to take that illusion rune is annoying for sure, and Bubbles not able to bottle up that illusion and refill it. It's annoying. Nothing really too much more.
Yeah. Ooh, Moon Queen caught the Plague Rider out right there. I think Play was going to scout things out. He never ward on him. He was just maybe going to converge with the Luna. Moon Queen saw him move over, instantly just gibbed him there. That is all thanks to the ward placed by Rifle, the engineer, right in the lane there.
I'm going to be honest, I'm not a big fan of misspelling names, as, well, Parasite's going to go right here. Leech, Face Hug, not going to have the damage output, though. Magemane hits that 10-charge power supply, and is actually going to try to man up. That's the bad decision right there. Gets over to the Empath, and that's a good decision. Thought that he could perhaps kill the Parasite. I'm not quite unable to.
Maybe he figured burn the rest of his mana, so I don't know, they'll fall. I don't know. But either way, maybe trying to delay time for Empath. Either way, he's alive. Yeah. And Parasite has to go heal, so not that bad.
Yeah, no, not a huge issue at all. I was going to say that I'm not normally a fan of like misspelling words to get a name, but I actually really like this rifle name, R-Y-F-L-E. I think that looks cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
There you go. Important.
I sometimes like to intentionally mispronounce names that are intentionally spelled wrong too. Like I might call him Riffle or something like that.
You know what?
To sort of give him hell.
Might actually have to call him Riffle now.
Yeah.
Maybe he likes to play Riffle Ball.
Yeah. Let's see, lane ward situation here. We got a lane ward here for Legion on the bot, and an equivalent lane ward for the Hellborn there. No one's countered their respective wards yet, so just scouting out those tower TPs.
Yeah, and with that lane ward, was able to make sure that he was safe to push down that tower. I believe that, yeah, Pork Chop did get credit for that one. Starting to farm pretty well, 298 gold per minute. Moon Queens do typically have a little bit of a slower start, but then they have a very, very quick climb in farm as they do start to get a little bit more in terms of damage and, of course, those points in the multi-strike.
Yeah, one thing I'm a little bit sad about, I never see Moon Queens grab Energizer. In Dota, the thing for Luna to do is always, they a lot of times don't even get the Life Leech Helm. They'll just go for, well, I guess there's Tranquil Boots in Dota, but I still guess you'd go Steam Boots in this. But they go, instead of going for the Helm of, the Whispering Helm in this game, or the Helm of the Dominator, they go for the Drums of Endurance right away after their boot type, and then they go for a Shrunken Head right away. So you basically replace the Whispering Helm, which is a great farming tool, don't get me wrong, it is very powerful, but they'll get like an Energizer / drums instead of that, and then go straight into the Shrunken Head. And I sort of like that route sometimes, because it gives you a little bit more of a teamfight presence earlier on. But it does limit your farming, I must say.
Yeah, it certainly can, and well, there's the combo right there. Portal Key on Pebbles. He's going to be able to bring down Engineer. Does take the Lava Surge, though. Illusory Veil going to be coming in as well. Got to break that link. Got to break that link. Got to break that link. Does get the break on it. Needs a chuck onto the Magnus. Oh, or he just gets a power throw, and down goes Magnus. So Team KGE cleaning up a couple kills right there.
Yeah, great jump there. He making use of that Portal Key right away. That was the first kill of this Portal Key, right? First
Yes.
whack-a-mole of the day? Yeah.
Oh, whack-a-mole. Oh, my God.
That's what it is. That's what Pebbles with a Portal Key is. You go play whack-a-mole.
Whack-a-mole.
That's...
If it wouldn't be weird for, like, a 24-year-old guy to go down and go to the Chuck E. Cheese to play whack-a-mole, I would go down to the Chuck E. Cheese and play whack-a-mole.
Oh, you'll have to get yourself a kid then, so you have an excuse to go.
Oh,
play.
no, not right now, please. Oh man, whack-a-mole though. That game's fun.
Yeah. Well, go play Pebbles. So
There you go.
Deadwood, Pebbles, you have your options.
There you go. Speaking of whack-a-mole and games, well, a little bit of triple stack going on right here in this game. Pebbles trying to clean those up. And what do you go from here on Pebbles? You get that nice early portal key, your 12, 13-minute portal key. You have decent levels, level 10 at 14 minutes in. What you really think he
the
should
three items you look at are typically, and sometimes you see tablets, sometimes you see other items. The three items that people typically go without any mind to any other optional builds is Hellflower, Shrunken Head, or Assault Cuirass. Demonic Breastplate, sorry. And the route that would be best for him this game, I think, if you're not going to go with the Hellflower route, is probably the Shrunken Head. Because you look at that AoE magic combo of the Hellborn team,
Yeah.
pretty much the entire damage output of the Hellborn team can be stopped by an earlier Shrunken Head. So that's probably the route that he wants to go for his initiation. Otherwise, you go for Hellflower or Bulwark. But yeah, I don't think that's what he's doing this game.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see what Becerra does choose to pick up here rather soon. Now, I want to give props to Nyman here on Aluna. She used the red power throw. Had vision of the Ancients going on, or at least an inclination that Ancients are going on. Actually managed to snipe 2 of the Predator Crushers with a red power throw from across the map. So,
Wow, yeah, great resource control, for sure. Great use of that ulti. You don't see that often.
yeah, and I'm not exactly sure how she knew to snipe that, as Bubbles is trying to get that invis, will chug it, and should be just fine. There are one Rev Ward? Yeah, there's one Rev Ward down in the middle lane, so it needs to be careful not to get too close to that one. Now a second one going down, now that they know that the Bubbles is invis. Perhaps hoping to catch him out of position, and he's going to walk into it in 3, 2... No, he's going right here. Shellstar Song of the Sea, Countfield move finale activated. Pebbles goes down. Aluna going to be shortly there to follow. So, wow. There you go. Blazin. 2 for
That
your...
escalated quickly.
Yeah, it did.
You're like, okay, he's got invis. They're waiting for it. They're like, man, we're waiting here. I hope Bubbles is stupid and walks up, and then Bubbles is like, hey guys, I'm going to stand like 50 range outside the sentry ward and then blast you.
Yeah, it was very well coordinated. All 4 members of the Blazin crew going to be able to get their hands in on that gank. And, well, with that, they closed up the gold lead after that push by quite a bit. Down to less than 1,000 gold lead for the Legion team. Not bad.
Yeah, we were talking about that early game magic damage that the Hellborn team has, whereas Legion needs to do more split. Oh, he went Helm the Black Legion now on Magebane. I was sort of expecting to see a quick rune dax. It's never a bad thing, but
Oh, Stalagmite's missing right there. Chuck it forward, but not going to happen.
Here's the thing. I don't know if that helm actually helps him all that much this game. I feel like he kind of just needs a Shrunken Head when you're looking at all of that damage, all that burst magic damage from the Hellborn team, including the Engineer ulti. And I feel like a straight rune dax into a Shrunken Head would benefit him more playing the evasive game in a game like this, where I feel like if he jumps into those fights, even with the helm, the obscene amount of magic burst damage they have will take him out regardless. Parasite can even steal his spell shield if he so desires.
Yeah, I completely agree with you on that. Helm of the Black Legion, in my opinion, was not the best choice. So, but that is what he goes for, and we'll see if he is going to be going for that rune next. I mean, I haven't seen a Magebane with the Helm of the Black Legion in a long time.
It's not a bad item, and it really isn't.
No,
sometimes
it's not. But like, what do they go for after this? Typically, you almost always saw a Geometer's Bane after this, if I recall correctly. Instead of going for that
earlier damage, but or you could go with the rune dax build still. One thing he can do, if you need that earlier HP / protected nature.
Oh, nice gank right there. Just a good combo from Pebbles. Got the red throw. Pebbles will go down though. That was a little bit of bait.
Yeah. I was going to say, the Magebane can actually have the helm, and if he wants, he can technically, split it later, keep onto the Beast Heart for HP, grab the Life Tube, and use that for his rune dax as well. If he needs that earlier, lane presence / farming ability from the Helm of the Black Legion. And that way you lose a little bit less gold, because you get to steal the Life Tube back from your helm.
And you could make a Beast Heart later with that.
Yeah, Behemoth's Heart, yeah.
Yeah, there you go, with the Beast
Heart.
Yep, I know Trump. I've seen him do that before on Magebane, I believe.
Yeah.
So, interesting. An interesting thought, and we'll see if that is in fact what Magebane goes for here. taking a look at the magic or the damage chart, Moon Queen has actually done 19% of the damage in the game. So Moon Queen just being very, very involved. Shout out to Pork Chop for doing a great job this far in this game. He's going to be making his way toward that shrunken head in less than 100 gold. And going to continue to be active, I'm sure, once he gets that item.
You said Pork Chop is one of your friends' beef. Is there anything going on there? Beef, Pork Chop?
You know what? It's not the first time that it's been pointed out.
I see. Is he one of your good buddies?
No, unfortunately, I don't know him that well. He's good buddies with one of my good buddies.
Oh, okay.
So, see him in some TMM now and then, but don't know him too well. He's a good player, though. I know that. I know that he's a very, very strong carry player.
Okay. Well, we're looking at Magnus Portal Key. Did he just pick that up? I know he's at 94 gold right now, so he just picked that up. Parasite, he's got his Codex, trying to finish off his Ghost Marchers once again. Empath, not looking at anything anytime soon. Sort of wants to Ring of the Teacher eventually for her team, but no break yet. And I think that's about it for new pickups. Moon Queen did finish up her Shrunken Head as well.
Yeah, and with that Shrunken Head, going to be able to be very involved as an invisible Parasite. Selchef, Song of the Sea, Kelfield's going to be going up. Plague Rider takes the first fall, and Pebble's going to be shortly thereafter. As once again, great coordination coming out from Blazin, getting that initiation, even without the portal key on Bubbles. Just get great initiation, and they're able to get a couple of kills.
Yep. They got to just push this bottom tower as much as they can right now, although it is beginning to look grim. They had to try to avoid fights for as long as they could until Magebane sort of got his core. He's going for Ruined Axe now. Straight. He has a sustainer completed. Yeah. I don't know. See what happens.
Yeah, we will indeed see what happens, but things looking good, looking better at least for the Hellborn team than they did earlier in this game. The Codex on Parasite and decent levels all around on their team. And even the portal key that was just finished up on Bubbles. So said that he didn't have it. He was doing great initiation before he got it. We'll see if he can continue with it and maybe even get some even better ones. Talk about 3 people inside of that Shell Song of the Sea and Kelpfield.
Yeah, and the Moon Queen's tanking up quite a bit now. Pebble's window to go around and sort of just smash heroes is sort of closing pretty quickly.
Yeah, unfortunately, he got that portal key relatively early, and I think he probably got 3, maybe 4 kills with it, or at least assists with it. But unfortunately, he's died a couple of times since he's gotten it as well. I believe 3 times since he did get that portal key. Just overextending a little bit or missing a spell, and well, as a result, he's starting to fall behind in terms of levels, in terms of farm, and like you said, unless you have a great start, which includes even after getting that portal key, you have to be able to use that portal key. If you're allocating time to actually getting around and trying to roam and not farm, you need to be farming hero kills. And if you don't, you fall behind.
Yeah. Magebane, how close is he? He's not that far away from Ruined Axe. He really isn't.
Yeah, about 1,000.
1,400, but yeah. There's a little bit of hope left, but
the real big issue is by the time that he gets that, which let's say that he gets that in about 3 more minutes. 26.
Moon Queen's gonna be sitting on her geos, right?
Yeah, Moon Queen's gonna be sitting on geos, and how much time is there going to be left for him to farm, especially farming that jungle, before that bottom tower is knocked out and the Legion jungle is completely exposed? You know, you got to really think about it in terms of, are you going to have the map control at that point to be able to utilize that Rune Cleaver to actually get the farm that you're looking for?
Yeah, I mean, he can blink around. He's pretty mobile. Let's hope he can find a place to farm somewhere. But if they're pushing your base, I mean, obviously you can't do anything but go and defend. So, yeah. If they get a token, finish the geos on Moon Queen, yeah, it could be looking pretty rough.
It certainly could. So, we'll see. Masera does pick up a haste rune here, and that's going to be nice for him. Might be able to get a pick off onto one of the squishier heroes. Perhaps the Bubbles, or more than likely the Engineer if he does walk by some wards or something like that. You might see Pebbles there in the blink of an eye. But no, nobody just yet. Just going to hold on to that haste rune, perhaps even donate it to someone else. The Plague Rider has been kind of quiet here. Yatras didn't have the best laning phase. He started off relatively well, but then gave up a few kills and hasn't really had a ton of involvement too 4-0. Farming less than 200 gold per minute. A little bit, yeah, I think I'm a little bit disappointed with how well he's done so far. I feel that he should have maybe had a little bit better farm in the laning phase and maybe have some of the items that he was looking at already, like a Astrolabe.
Yeah. Well, he's got it now, right? 800 gold. I mean, he should have finished already, but he does have it completed now at least, so... Yeah. Yeah, he actually has a lot of CS. I'm really surprised not to see it. I guess those 4 deaths. Wow.
Yeah, 4 deaths.
82.
Definitely set you back, but 56 denies. So
yeah.
making good use of the cooldown there on his extinguish ability. Just spamming that every time it's available. Magnus looking to set up a gank here, perhaps, with the assistance of Parasite, although Illusory Veil does prevent him from going any further. Empath saw him walk right on by and says, nope, not going to happen. Pebbles using that haste rune, though, is able to speedily take down that tower, trading it for the bottom, which goes down in favor of the Hellborn team.
Yeah, kind of just... Okay, there we go. There's the Parasite jump. Magma still has his PK stun. Oh, PK's down, but his stun is up. And
nice stun.
Boom.
That was a good long-range Lava Surge right there. And Rundak's finished, but as they're dropping some kills here... Oh, Magma's actually looking to perhaps go on Mage
He's in range. Does he have the stun? Ooh,
he didn't have
maybe no
vision.
Yeah.
And we're so in sync. If you ever, Bryce, like, have you ever wanted to be in a boy band? Like,
yeah, of course I have.
Well, no, like,
how did you?
When you were younger, like, because we're roughly of the same age, right? Like
that is true. No, I kind of wanted to just be like, you know, hero of the world, save the world from some gigantic epic beast stuff, whatever the plot line of my favorite RPG was at the time.
Okay.
I guess, you know, save the princess.
All right.
But
you don't want to talk about it. I see how it is.
Yeah, I'm just keeping it under wraps.
Nice deflection.
I like Parasite's build, going for the Hellflower instead of leveling up Codex. I think that's appropriate for the game. Always great to have a Hellflower against Magebane in the later part of the game. So.
Yeah, being able to lock him down with that the Perplex as well as the Silence, make sure that he's not going to be able to activate that Geometer's Bane, the Shrunken Head, or use the Flash. So very, very important right there. The Silence alone from Bubbles or the Face Hug isn't going to be enough. You want to be able to, because he can Shrunken Head that off, or Geo's Bane needs the Perplex as well. And as those Hellflowers start to make their way onto the field from Magnus and Parasite, and probably even a Bubbles later on, well, you're going to have to start looking at maybe some Storm Spirits coming out on the Legion team. Although there's going to be initiation right here onto Magnus. Not going to be able to kill him, though, and that's what you're talking about right there. Actually turning it around onto Pebbles. Where's the follow-up? Gelbfield is there. Now, oh, wow. Parasite just put an end to that real quick.
Yeah. Look at Pebbles. He was trying to complete that Shrunken Head, by the way. Ogreax's not quite doing it for him, though. The Vestments, however, would help him quite a bit with his high HP pool, but doesn't really have room for it.
Yeah, like you said, he really doesn't. Maybe get rid of the bottle, but you really do need that for some regen.
Yeah, you could carry an OTP and just make sure you're the one setting up the fights and around
there.
Luna MVP of this game so far, by the way. She's been making great plays.
Yes.
Oh yeah, and her 6-2. I didn't even notice her score. It's 6-2 and 5. And a lot of times you see a score like that, and it's sort of like, okay, they got the last hits, or you know, they were in the right place at the right. This guy, he has 18% hero damage, the highest in the game. He's been supporting, doing just a beast job setting up. Remember the early game advantage that Legion had? That was all Luna roaming around the map and setting that up too.
Yeah, roaming since like level 2.
He is having a fantastic game.
Yeah, so it'll be real disappointing if, unfortunately, his team doesn't come out on top here, because he's been playing very, very well, making sure to get his job done. Unfortunately, I mean, Pebbles just not able to find the kills that he's really looking for. He's, I think, died 4 or 5 times in a row. Every time he initiates, he seems to die.
Yeah, and they've been ready to counter those ganks, though, is the thing.
Yep, and that's one of the things that you got to credit to the Hellborn team, is their fantastic map awareness, having wards up in the correct spots, monitoring their locations and being ready to respond to those gank threats and respond appropriately by bringing absolutely everyone to kill Pebbles.
Yeah, yeah.
So now that Mage Bane does have that Ring Cleaver finished up, level 15, starting to farm a little bit better, now 371 gold per minute. Still about 80 gold per minute behind Pork Chop on Moon Queen, and unfortunately Mage Bane not able to finish up any additional items just yet. 2,600 gold saved up, so we'll see if he does start working on that Firebrand to go for a Geobane. But he's still going to be falling further and further behind, and as you said, he still kind of needs a Shrunken Head.
Yeah, the empath sort of depends on his survival too for her protection in a team fight, right? Because the second Mage Bane goes down, empath is going down too. It's a 2-for-1 special, so that Shrunken Head will allow sort of him to take better use of the empath ulti, the as-1 inside of him, because you know he's protected. He gets to really make full use of that empath ulti, and he gets that bonus. I would say Shrunken Head should be high on his priority list right now if he wants to win a team fight. So. Especially before these Hellflowers get finished up. Yeah. Finish Shrunken Head, fight before the Hellflowers come out, hope you win. That should be the game plan.
Yeah, that pretty much...
And hitting Empath 11 right now if possible. I don't know how close she is.
Let me do some math. Not very close.
Not close at all, actually, so that's not going to happen, but yeah.
I actually have no clue.
Well, I highlighted her name.
Oh, wait, what? It works?
Well, you know, if you go watch from her perspective.
How the hell do you do that?
Well, under replay control?
You gotta...
View avs?
Oh, that thing. Yeah, I never use that thing.
Oh, I use the thing all the time, yeah.
Well, not when I'm streaming, because then it gives away...
No, of course not.
Gives away the game timer.
I know.
Can't do that, but if you tell me that she's not very close to level 11, then well, she's not very close to level 11. And those Hellflowers, they're making their way out. Magnus has finished up his, and Parasite about 1,000 gold away from his.
Yeah.
But Mage Bane does pick up that Shrunken Head now, and this is what you're talking about. You get the Shrunken Head, and you want to be able to fight.
They just got to jump like right now. They not well. Obviously he's back, but do they have a token? No, they do have a token. They just need to jump right now and kill his team.
Oh, initiation there from Bubbles. Shelster, Song of the Sea, Kelpfield onto 3, Lava Surge onto 1 right there. Moon Finale coming out. Plague Carrier Ultimate is going to be able to take down Magnus. Plague Rider going to be dying though. Moon Queen still just manning. Mage Bane trying to get down the Engineer as well as the Bubbles, but not going to happen. Mage Bane just gets obliterated right there. The red power throw connecting, not managing to kill anybody. Moon Queen wants to finish off this Rax, but she is still so low on HP. Does still have the Token of Life to keep her up, and Pebbles going to be able to combo down a Parasite right there. Bubbles might be next in line. Uses the Shell Surf, take cover. Will be able to survive, and now the Portal Key as well. Melee Rax does live, but it required a buyback from Plague Rider, and also necessitated about 3 deaths. 3 for 3 exchange with a buyback. Token still not used.
Yeah, you have to see the Legion team initiate there. Empath never got her ulti off onto Mage Bane, and as a result, Mage Bane wasn't able to quite kill anything.
Isn't that what we said at the beginning when you asked that Legion team, if they got the initiation off, they might have a pretty good chance, but if they didn't...
Yeah, right, exactly. I mean, they had to go, especially at that point, they had to go. Empath never got anything off, and Mage Bane was kind of low by the time he popped his Shrunken. I would really like to see them just bite the bullet and jump. Hell, if they wanted to go all in, maybe Pebbles could either stay for buyback like he did, had buyback gold, maybe even buy a barbed armor or something, and just jump in there, activate it, have Mage Bane jump in and just hope for the best. I don't know. They needed to do something desperate there, and I don't feel like they were bold enough. But
I could agree. They were playing like a bunch of little pansies.
I wouldn't go that far. I mean, it is a stressful situation.
Pansies.
All right, if you say so.
No, shout out to Team KGE. Shout out to both these teams for making it through the brackets and giving us some games to cast, of course. Always happy to be here casting as some counter warnings going down. The eye has been picked up on Engineer, trying to secure his team some map vision, and Moon Queen has picked up a Dancing Blade.
Yeah, that Wingbow coming out, and it's not like we're going to be seeing a Savage Mace from Mage Bane anytime soon, so yeah, that Wingbow is going to help a ton.
Yeah, of course, the physical evasion there is, yeah, it'll just help against Mage Bane a lot. Everything else is really a lot of magic damage based, that they don't have to be too worried about anything else, but as the token of life ticks down into the 60-second mark. Look for another strong push here from the Hellborn team. Moon Queen leading the charge, knowing that she'll come right back up if she falls.
Yeah, I like that they're putting a lot of pressure onto the space with that token.
Pebbles. There goes Mage Maid, going to be trying to initiate onto the Engineer, and Engineer goes down immediately. Lava Surge not doing anything. Double Shrunken Head is already there. Moon Queen in the back, able to take out Plague Rider before Plague's able to get anything off. Parasite takes the Illusory Veil, and Parasite will be going down. Legion team looking kind of good so far. Pebbles in some serious trouble, though. Lava Surge Eruption going to be coming in. Lava Surge not going to hit anything. Mage Maid actually getting a very good initiation off right here as Bubbles joins the dead. Mage Maid actually gets the Magmas as well and might be able to pursue onto the Moon Queen. 15 seconds left onto the token, and Moon Queen's going to have to turn and fight here momentarily, and Mage Maid definitely looking in the better shape.
Yeah, can he finish her off? She is quite a fast hero. I mean,
She is.
What is that? 418 move speed right now with that Geos. Jesus.
She's so fast, and Mage Maid just trying to whittle her down. Engineer is going to be there in about 8 more seconds. And, well, there's the juke. Going to be able to pin. Nice job using that one, but not going to be enough. Pork Chop does go down. So the rest of the team finally able to catch up, but it was good presence of mind to try to dominate that creep and get the pin off.
Yeah, Mage Maid had really good choice of targeting in that team fight too. Right as Mag ultied, he blinked into the back, switched targets even though he had another guy at low HP, switched targets to the Bubbles at that point, who was sort of left alone in the back after Mag blinked in, and he just moved around that fight really well, and as we said, we saw a Legion team just man up and initiate. Thank you.
And it worked.
Yeah, they did. Moon Queen has buyback.
So well. Yeah, Moon Queen is not going to buy back just yet. The defensive tower starting to take some damage. Initiation right here onto Mage Maid. Still no buyback. There it is. And Mage Maid taking a lot of pressure. Mage Maid goes down right there. Energy Field going to be coming up. And, well, it's actually the Hellborn team that's taking a lot of deaths right now. Bubbles, Magnus, and Parasite all go down. Moon Queen in the thick of it once again. Now that she shows herself, Legion team will fall back. But with those 3 kills and that tower, look at the lead now.
Jesus. Yeah. Hey, I'd be pretty scared right now if I was Hellborn.
Yeah, I certainly would. Pork Chop, you got to rally your team right now as, I mean, the melee racks did go down. I don't even know if we addressed that in that last team fight. It went great for the Legion team, but the racks went down in their base.
The racks did go down, okay.
Like, Moon Queen just obliterated
that
them
being
before the
said,
fight
Mage Maid is a ruined axe flash farmer, but if he goes out too far, they do have a Hellflower. Now onto Magnus with a PK. So yeah, it is kind of hard for him to push that out. But if there is a hero that can push out waves quickly, Mage Maid is up to the task for sure. Did he have anything else besides those 3 items sitting in the stash? Did you notice?
Mage Maid?
Yeah.
I don't believe so.
Okay.
Are there words on this? Sorry, I was looking at a statue and I couldn't tell if there's words. It doesn't appear to be readable, but well, 37 minutes in, 23-18 is the hero kills score, and quite a bit of action. We've had a great game here so far. Gold lead 2,500 in favor of the Hellborn as Aluna. Nyman might get caught out. Nope. Uses the Deja Vu, and she's picked up a Storm Spirit, so excellent item choice from her.
Yeah. What else was I say? The Moon Queen has her Wingbow gold now. She's probably saving for buyback before she just goes all in on it, but yeah, she can get her Wingbow, she can get her Genjuro, whatever she wants to do really here. So let's see how this next fight plays out. One more bad fight for Hellborn. I'd be looking at. Ooh,
oh, Magnus or Mage Maid getting caught out right there. Hellflower being applied, and Mage Maid just gets disintegrated. Plague Carrier Ultimate out there bouncing around. Not going to be bouncing too much though. And the Hellborn team actually just going to get out of there. A couple of players lower on life, but they got the kill on the Mage Maid. Mage Maid does not have buyback available. He just bought out on a Firebrand.
You can't do that. They had no gem. He had no business being up there.
Well,
the entire game rides on your back. You know, he has no buyback gold. How can you feel so confident walking onto their side of the map like that?
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure about that one, and that death may very well spell the end of the game.
That's all she wrote. There's there's no human way. I mean,
oh, double damage Moon Queen. Yeah,
I will quit Han right here if Legion can turn this game.
See, double damage Moon Queen just pounding away at this tower. Unfortunately, the glaives aren't bouncing, and I don't know why. Now they're going to start bouncing around. The melee rack's going to be going down as the top lane pushes in. Very fortunate and well-timed push there. Range rack's going to be short there to follow. Kongor's going to be back up in about, well, the next minute. Never mind, Kongor's up right now. Defensive tower going to go down right here. They might just mega creeps it. I think they should back off. They're going to go in on Moonqueen right there. Moonqueen taking some damage. Shelter is going to see Kelfield. There's the Lava Surge. Energy Field going to be going down. Pebbles takes the first fall. Black Rider not able to get anything off just yet. Aluna uses the Storm Spirit to save herself, where Mage Mage just trying to get back in there. Eruption in his own filth. Not going to do anything. Bad Magnus ultimate right there. Engineer takes the fall. And down goes Moonqueen. A big mana rift. And so Legion able to survive with their last set of racks intact. Well... But is it too late?
Yes. Yes, it is. I don't know. I can't see how they can rebound from this. No, they'll never leave the base. The other thing about Moon Queen is whenever she's attacking those racks, her glaives go through, bounce, and kill all the huts as well. And when you're trying to like split push and things like that, those huts can actually get in the way and buy you a little bit of extra time for the defending team. Right now, it's pretty much a clear shot, well, except for the top huts, I guess, all the way to those defense towers in the middle lane. So by the World Tree, I should say. So
yeah, there's a few. Did you say defense huts?
I'm not sure what I said.
I think you said defense towers, but I heard defense huts.
Towers, defense huts. I don't know. I don't even know anymore.
I like the defense huts though. Like that's
the combat huts.
Combat
Where
huts?
are those at?
You see archers like manning the sides of the huts. Oh man! Next thing you're gonna have like Jabba the Hutt in the game. I don't even know. Lucasfilm's probably gonna sue me for saying that in the cast. Probably can't even say Jabba the Hutt. Oh, did it again.
You should definitely go for a Kong right here.
Yeah. Moon Queen up in 1 second, and she will immediately be heading over there. Finishes up her wingbow and still has 3,000 gold, so going to be able to buy back if needed. Not going to be able to buy some post haste though as well. So if they're not on the Hellborn side of the map, then Moon Queen might not be able to get back into the action real quick.
Yep. 3 Hellfirers here as well.
It's a lot.
Hellborn team. That's
need more Storm Spirits, but unfortunately, Plug Rider, he's banking up a lot of gold. Need to be working on that Storm Spirit, in my opinion, but he's also saving up for buyback. Conquer,
yeah, they have a Storm Spirit on Aluna as well right now. So.
Well, the more the better, right?
Kinda, yeah.
Kinda.
Yeah.
Conquer will go down momentarily, and Moon Queen picks up the token once more. Going to be able to use that token to spell doom for the Legion team, perhaps, as they're busy trying to contend with double lanes of super creeps. Luna doing her best. Shout out to Nyman. He really has been playing fantastic this whole game. But I fear the end may be near.
It is. I have to shout out to the Legion team, though, for almost staging an incredible comeback. The game looked incredibly grim for them. They had that wonderful top fight, chased the Moon Queen all the way down to her woods, killed her there, and began to pressure the mid base. What was the mid base tower?
Yeah.
Was it? And then Engineer had a fantastic ulti off. I mean, they really almost turned the game around. So props to them.
They did, but we'll see if they might be able to do it again. They're running on borrowed time, though, with super creeps barreling down the middle lane. They've got about a minute here, 45 seconds to a minute. Empath Ultimate used inside of Magebane. They're just going to go straight up. Shrunken Head activated, walks right through the Illusory Veil, and Moon Queen is the target. She's going to be taking a lot of pressure right here. Mana Rift onto Engineer. Mana Rift and Bubbles and Engineer both dropping very, very, very quickly. Magebane comes in. Big eruption with the Lava Surge, and Moon Queen, she's just tearing everyone apart right now. Doing so much damage to Pebbles, using that Moonbeam. Pebbles is going to go down. Play Carrier Ultimate, bouncing around. Will kill everyone with the exception of Moon Queen. Moon Queen going to go down. Actually, Magnus still staying alive, and Moon Queen comes right back up with that Token of Life. Going to be able to stun everyone in time, and, well, Plague Rider not going to get out of there that way. Pork Chop with the double tap, and that may very well do it. Magebane down for 55 seconds with no buybacks available, and we are very, very close to Mega Creep. Second buyback coming in from Plague Rider, and he's going to start to nuke down Moon Queen, but she just doesn't even care. She is all in on these racks.
Yeah, there should be nothing that can stop her.
Oh, nice
my
Lava
God.
Surge. Got the kill right there as Empath is actually going to die from Moon Queen attacking the huts. it's a strong hero. Storm Spirit's being used. GG well played's being called. And it looks like Blazin is going to be advancing into the grand finals, the best of 3 series against N9, formerly known as Druids, tomorrow to be cast by Honcast.
Yeah, great game. Thanks for letting me cast these alongside you. Really fun. Really fun. A lot more aggression than I'm used to, so.
Yeah, certainly fun. And the World Tree does go down. So, guys, well, that is going to do it for our coverage of Sound Blaster Heroes League Qualifier number 2. That is it for coLcast for this week. I will be back this weekend to cast some more Heroes of Newerth Han Tour. Got some Diamond and Gold and Bronze and Silver. All of the cycles going to be ending this weekend. But that does it for us today. Long day. I'm going to go out and eat some dinner. Bryce, want to thank you personally for being here and casting these 2 games with me. Appreciate it, buddy.
You are welcome. Yeah, I owe you a couple more, eh?
maybe not. Who knows? Yeah. But any shout-outs for you?
Nope. Just shout out to all my fans. Thank you for the support.
All right, guys. Check out Bryce over at twitch.tv/domainofpain whenever he is streaming. You going to be streaming tonight or maybe
I
tomorrow?
might stream tonight. I'm figuring out what's going on. I'm looking forward to maybe doing it. I might cover our games from earlier. I'm not quite sure yet. Feeling it out, but I'll be full production again soon, so.
All right.
We'll see.
Thank you very much for joining me. I'm going to go ahead and let you go now so I can close it out, and we'll catch you next time. Good luck in your matches this weekend.
Thank you. See you later, Beef.
Alrighty, adios. So, guys, that will do it. We're going to go ahead and play this one more time because I know you guys love it.
Guys, I'm pulling aggro. Heal! We got this! We got this! No! Oh.
Stop beating your hardware. Head to newegg.com for an upgrade. And for more tech videos, check out our Newegg YouTube channel.
So there you go, newegg.com. Take it from a geek. Great website over there. And one of the sponsors of the Sound Blaster Heroes League. Without the assistance of Newegg, Heroes of Newerth, and of course, title sponsor Sound Blaster, we would not have this league. So make sure to go show your appreciation to these sponsors. And of course, head over to facebook.com/soundblaster and twitter.com/soundblaster. Give them a like, subscribe, leave them a comment, let them know that you appreciate their involvement in the Han competitive scene and that you love seeing the SBHL right here on coLcast. And of course, guys, make sure to tune in tomorrow to Honcast. They're going to be covering the grand finals of this best of 3 series between teams Blazin and Team N9, aka Druids. So make sure to check that out. One more huge shout out to everybody that did come out, watch today, everybody that played. You got QSQ357, everybody over at the Cryo 9 in-house league, TDM, Lions, Complexity, and well, TKAG, Blazin, Elite Eskimos, and N9. Without them, well, I wouldn't have anything to cast, so shout out to them. Guys, thanks for watching. Huge shout out to Complexity Gaming. Without them, I would not be here casting Heroes of Newerth, so make sure to support them as well. And you can check out complexitygaming.com for all the information regarding coLcast, Han Tour, blah, blah, blah. It's all over there. I'm going to post a new Han weekly breakdown there tonight, so make sure to read up on that. I'll be back on Saturday for more Han Tour. Guys, thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time.